Hello again, guys. I am Karina Borgia-LaCroix, the Title Girl and owner of American Real Title. I'm back today with our weekly informational video. If you've missed any of our exciting Title Girl episodes, you can go back on our thread here on Facebook or visit our YouTube channel, LinkedIn, or our website at www.americanrealtitle.com. Okay. So today I want to answer our office's most popular Q&As regarding title insurance. And title insurance is rarely understood, even by the people that are obtaining it. You get title insurance through a title agent like myself. Of course, not everyone has the same experience, so title issues are not treated equally across the board. So hiring the right title company is important, but that's a topic for a different day. What I want to talk about is the questions regarding title insurance that I am asked about the most. So number one is, what is title? What is a title? A title is the evidence of right that a person has to ownership and possession of a land or a property. It is possible that someone other than the owner, or that you think is the owner, has a legal right to the property. If that right can be established, this person can actually claim the property outright or make demands on the owner as to its use. Okay, so it is very important to understand this and to understand who really has ownership or who has a right of ownership on a title of any property or land. Okay, now the second question is, do you need title insurance? And my answer is always absolutely, hands down, yes. And here's why. Title insurance is the means of protecting yourself from financial loss in the event that a problem develops regarding the rights to ownership of your property. There may be hidden title defects that even the most meticulous and careful title search will not reveal. In addition to protection from financial loss, okay, title insurance will pay for the cost of defending against the covered claim, sort of like homeowners insurance would for, let's say, hurricane damage. Title insurance pays the claims on title defects. I personally would never allow any of my friends and family to purchase a property without title insurance. And I have bought property and I have never bought it without title insurance. And this is regardless of whether I'm in this business or not, okay? It is very important. Now, what can make a title defective? That's our third top question. Now, any number of problems that remain undisclosed, okay, undisclosed, even the most meticulous public search, like I said, the public record searches or any other searches, even the most meticulous ones, like I mentioned before, usually won't give you the real background and ownership interest in the property. Now, a title search and a title commitment does. But these hidden defects are dangerous because you may not learn about them for months or even years down the road, yet they could force you to spend substantial amounts of money on legal defense and still result in the loss of your property. It really could happen. You would think that that's not something that could really happen, but it could happen. And there are many examples of these, such as heirs to an owner who is deceased, who did not give up interest to the property when the property was sold to someone else. You know, there are a lot of issues. Sometimes you may buy a property that you didn't know had a mortgage against it, and you buy the property, you have no title insurance, you never did the title search, you had no idea it had a mortgage against it. You buy the property and all of a sudden you're being foreclosed on. Not you yourself are responsible for that mortgage, but they have the lien against the property. So basically they foreclose on the property and take the property away. It doesn't matter how much money you spent on buying the property. So title insurance is very important in a case like that. And those are some of the examples why title could be defective. And you may not know if you don't get title insurance. Now, the other question that I get asked a lot is a buyer is obtaining a loan and they tell me, well, my lender's requiring a lender's policy. Doesn't that already cover me? And the answer is not necessarily, because there are two types of title insurance. The first one is the lender's policy, and your lender will likely require this when you purchase a property with a loan. And this policy only ensures that the financial institution, so your lender or your bank, has a valid and forcible lien on the property. Most lenders require this type of insurance when you get a loan, and typically requires the buyer or the borrower to pay for this. Okay, so no one else pays for this but you if you're obtaining the loan. Now, on the other hand, an owner's policy is assigned to protect you, not the lender. It protects you from title defects that existed prior to the issue of the date of your policy. So usually the date of your policy would be around the date of your closing, and it covers it going backwards, okay? Title troubles such as improper estate proceedings, like I mentioned before about the heirs, or pending legal action, it could really put your equity in this home at risk. If a valid claim is filed, in addition to financial loss up to the face amount of the policy, your owner's title policy covers the full cost of any legal defense of your title. So it'll pay your attorney's fees and things like that in order to fight whatever claim is going on against your property. The next question is, well, how much does title insurance cost? And you will be really surprised that it is not as expensive as you think. Now, the important thing about it is that it is not like homeowners insurance that you pay every year. This is a one-time fee, Okay, you pay this once and it covers you for the amount of years you own your property or your heirs own the property. So let's say you pass and the property moves down to your children. It continues covering them, okay? And you pay this one-time fee when you purchase your property, and yet it continues to cover you throughout the coverage for as long as you own the property, like I mentioned. Now, and I'll tell you how much it sort of costs in a minute, but I mentioned last week that in Lee County, typically the seller will pay this for the buyer, but in Collier County, the buyer has to pay that for him or herself. Okay, so we do have a title calculator on our website. You can go visit that if you like. Again, www.americanrealtitle.com. And you can look up your specific one. But this is how it works. For let's assume $100,000 purchase and you're getting a $100,000 policy, the cost would be $575. That's it. $575 covers the life of your ownership of the property. Not $575 every year, but just once when you purchase the property, okay? If let's say it's a $200,000 property or a $200,000 policy, then you're talking about $1,075. And remember, again, this is a one-time fee. So if you think about it, this is relatively inexpensive when you consider the actual investment that you're putting into your property. All right, so our last question is, when should we actually look into purchasing title insurance? And what I'm gonna say is the minute that you sign a contract, a purchase contract, you should immediately contact your title agent or us so that we can start the search for your property background. You know, it's a full background search and it takes some time. So we do want the maximum allowed time between the time you sign your contract to the time you go to closing to make sure that everything is clear, and that if there are any defects, that we do actually fix them prior to you purchasing the property. And that is mainly what we do here, is we fix title. Not only provide the title insurance, we fix your title so that we can provide clean and clear title to you. So those are our most asked inquiries here at our office. I hope that I helped some of you understand what title insurance is, why it's important, and how much it costs. And again, like I always say, if you're in the real estate industry and you have a topic that you'd like me to cover, let me know, and I would love to do a video with you. Tell me how else I can help you. Again, I'm Karina Borgia-LaCroix, the title girl and owner of American Real Title, where we perfect the art of closing the deal. See you all next week.